Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in to my blog. If you're one of the 5 people that actually looks at it, I'm hoping that this will be of some sort of encouragement and maybe there's some insights that we can glean together. I wanted to continue this blog series that I'm doing called Finding God in the Learning Curve. And it's nice to be able to get some nice feedback both on and off the blog about it. One of the more recent thoughts I was thinking with regards to finding God in the learning curves is that if we're committed to growth, if we're really committed to truth, and the hope that the truth and the beliefs that we have serve to not only transform us within, but it also transforms the world around us. There'll be times when we'll be introduced to new things in our lives that we can't always understand, comprehend, and that cause this kind of learning disorientation, if you will. And as a new pastor here in Harlem, I experience that all the time, learning disorientation. Now, this is an interesting thing because if you're from a charismatic background like me, we often use the word discernment in those things, and it's a way of, I guess, intuiting what the Spirit is trying to tell us at a particular place and time. And I'm finding that sometimes when we're introduced with new truth, particularly if we're charismatics, and there's this kind of like learning disorientation and this tension, we don't allow the process to take its proper course and place because we often spiritualize our way outside of the transformational process. We'll say, well, it doesn't really feel right, it doesn't sit well with my spirit, things that I hear all the time. It doesn't feel comfortable, it's not my worship style, it's not the way I do things. Maybe we haven't developed a theology around some of this, so it's just not sitting well. And in the midst of some of that tension, which is really a healthy and great tension, we sometimes dismiss it as saying, well, it didn't sit well, so I'm not going to allow it to really work inside of my mind and my heart to see what's really happening here. And I don't know. I think when I think about true spiritual transformation and a dedication to seeking out truth, ultimately God's truth, we really got to allow ourselves to sometimes deal with the discomfort. I heard one person say the other day, develop a theology of discomfort, of allowing ourselves to become disoriented. Because in that, we find that with new learning, there's growth and there's new possibility. And we often cut that process short by saying, well, it's not sitting well with me, it's not what my tradition has always said it is, therefore I'm not going to allow it to just really be incorporated into my beingness. So I think the other thing I wanted to say about this idea of disorientation and not knowing what's around the curve is that a big part of our faith is not knowing what is coming around the corner. And that's why we need ruthless trust, and that's why we need hope. I love what one particular theologian says about hope. His name is Jürgen Moltmann. He says that hope is this unknown possibility. In other words, God doesn't really need us. And since the God does know the future, and He does know what's coming around the bend, He offers us all kinds of unknown possibility. And knowing that, I think that there's something beautiful about it, because it means God is God and we're not. And the second thing is we're recognizing that and echoing the words of the Apostle Paul, that God is able to do exceedingly above what we could ever ask or imagine. And so in our journey of spiritual transformation, we recognize that sometimes the discomfort and the disorientation, the exposure to new things, is not a bad thing, but it can really be a God thing that we can fully embrace and know that in the midst of it we can really grow and become what we're supposed to be. Thank you.